Hello guys, how are you doing today? We're just doing a live video. I just have a question, a topic of concern. I'm just going to need some feedback from you guys. I'm live. You see me looking back and forth because I'm on two different social medias. I'm on my Facebook over here and I'm on my YouTube over here. So my YouTube is the Anthony Brown Show. So if you guys want to join me on my YouTube, you can as well. My YouTube is over here, the Anthony Brown Show. Welcome. I have a very interesting topic, and I definitely need your guys to feedback and comment below and let me know what you think of this topic. It's a very interesting topic that one of my dear friends brought to my attention, and I'm definitely, please, I'm definitely gonna need your advice because obviously my friend is not listening to me. And when I gave him advice, he came to me for advice. I gave him advice, but yet he chose not to listen. So I know that you all. Um, some of my viewers, some of my followers are probably going to have better advice or better direction for this individual. And here's the situation. My friend, I'm not going to give out his real name, but let's just call him Sam. That's just a fictitious name. That is not his real name. I'm not going to give out his real name for the sake of, his privacy. But let's say Sam, he's an adult now, but Sam has an outside sister in his family. He has an outside sister, a sister that's not in his immediate family. He know of the sister or knew of her. At age 15, Sam decides he wants to reach out to the sister and establish a bond or a relationship with his sister that's on an outside family, which was very admirable of him to do. That's a great thing. What happened was at age 15, the girl, who's his outside sister, shunned him and decided not to establish a relationship or a bond with him for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason was, why she didn't decide to establish a relationship with him, but at age 15, when he reached out to his sister from an outside relationship, an outside family, to establish a relationship, she was not welcoming. She did not welcome him into her world to become to establish a family relationship. Now, 15 years later, the young lady has started to wants to reach out to the individual, to Sam. Again, I'm not using his real name. The young lady starts to reach out to Sam 15 years later to establish a relationship with him. At this point, he's so angry and so bitter at the fact that because she wasn't welcoming of him 15 years ago, that he's so angry and so bitter that he chose now he doesn't want to establish a relationship and doesn't see what the need is to establish a relationship with her. So I need you guys to decide, because my advice to him was, well, maybe she wasn't ready to establish a relationship or a bond with you 15 years ago when you were minors, when you were children. So maybe she wasn't ready to welcome you into her situation. So perhaps maybe that's the reason. Nevertheless, the excuse that she gave to him was, well, because she was involved in an interracial relationship, that her situation didn't allow her, or her mate didn't allow her to be involved with her immediate family or her extended family, which was him. He feels that the excuse or the reasons that she gave was totally BS, a total lie, which all can be true. But what I was telling, my advice to him was that although she may have been lying, I feel that as long as there's still breath and life in your body, you still have an opportunity to make the situation better. So in that being said, I think that he should now allow her an opportunity to become part of his world and establish a relationship or a bond, because one, she has children, he has children. So now those are two sets of cousins who don't even know each other, because he's being bitter and does not want to establish a relationship or a bond with his outside sister, who shunned him or was reluctant to welcome him into her life 15 years ago. First of all, they were minors, because from my understanding, when he tried to establish a relationship, they were either 15 or 16 years old, so it was like 15 years ago. But regardless of the age, it was in the past. So I need you all to comment below and let me know what you think or how do you feel that this individual should handle the situation, or was my advice sufficient? Because like I said, I felt that as long as there's breath in his body, he should allow her an opportunity to establish a relationship with him moving forward, and at the same time, thus allowing her children and his children to also establish a bond or relationship, because they are unknown, they're cousins that don't know each other. So what do you guys think? I'm looking back and forth. Like I said, I'm looking here because that's my Facebook followers, and I'm looking over here because it's my YouTube followers. And for those of you who don't know, my YouTube channel is the Anthony Brown Show. That's over here. So I'm looking at my YouTube followers, and I'm also looking at my Facebook followers. So let me know what you guys think, and how do you feel you should handle the situation. For my fictitious friend, well, actually he's a real friend, but I'm just using the name Sam because I don't want to give out his real name to protect his identity and his privacy, because it's only fair. Hey Jacqueline, hey Cordell, hey Marvell, Rosalind, hey Miss Stacy, the best cook, Christine, Jimson, hey Miss Pat, Miss Patricia, Erica, Tasha Mack. So again, if you're just now following me, I have a situation, and my situation is my friend Sam, who I'm not using his real name. Sam has an outside sister. Sam is an adult now, but Sam has an outside sister in his life, or a part of his, not even a part of his life, but Sam has an outside sister. When he reached out to try to establish a relationship, because when he heard of was made aware that he had an outside sister, when he reached out to try to establish a bond or some type of relationship. Hey Veronica, over here on YouTube. My YouTube channel is the Anthony Brown Show, because I got YouTube going on over here live, and I got Facebook over here going live. But anyway, when Sam reached out to his sister, or tried to establish some type of a bond or relationship with his outside sister, outside family member, 15, 16 years ago, like I said, they were minors. For whatever reason, she was very apprehensive, and she was standoffish, and she did not allow him to enter her life, or enter or a relationship to be established between the two of them. So of course he was kind of angered over the situation, because he wanted to really, become one with his sisters, whether it was his immediate family or his outside family. But nevertheless, he wanted to establish a relationship or a bond with his now known sister. She was very reluctant, very standoffish. So as a result of that, he became angry and bitter. Now, 15, 16 years later, he now have children. She's grown, and she now have children, which would make those children cousins. Now she's reaching out, or wants to reach out and establish a bond or relationship with him to become his friend, and to establish a family bond of some sort. One, because they're brothers and sisters, same father, and they have children that needs to know each other. But because she shunned him and was standoffish towards him 15, 16 years prior, he's so bitter and so angry. And at this point, he figures, what's the use? You didn't want to establish a relationship when I tried to reach out to you 15 years prior. So why even bother now? And like I said, my advice to him was, one, you don't know the reason why she was standoffish, why she did what she did 15 years prior, 16 years prior. Even if the excuse she gave you was a total BS, a total lie, total nonsense, one, You don't know what her mindset was, where she was mentally in her capacity. You don't know what was going on in her personal life. And that's why I say in my title, it's not about you. You have to meet people and individuals where they are and have a forgiving spirit, especially if you proclaim to be a Christian. So, with that being said, I said to him, allow her um, into your life, allow her to establish a relationship, allow her to be able to explain herself to you. And then at that point, um, allow the kids to, of course, establish a relationship with each other because they're cousins that have never met, and move forward. Because as long as there's breath in your body, there's an opportunity to make it right, regardless of the situation. She didn't murder you, you didn't murder her. There was no um, nothing that was illegal between the two of you. You two have never met. Period. So there's still an opportunity. Thank you, Miss Stacy Brooks, for commenting. Stacy says parents often complicate relationships, with the children. Sister may have been bitter based on the relationship between the parents. Maybe the sister has now matured and understand how important it is to establish. Hold on, let me see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to read more here. To establish a bond with him is Sam should at least allow the sister the opportunity to show him that she really wants to connect. Life is too short to hold grudges. I agree with you, Miss Stacy. That is so true. Marvell says, Marvell Freeman. Hey, Marvell. Marvell, Miss. Before I read your comment, Marvell is my niece, and she is the owner operator of Salon H2O in the Lake Park area. So for those of you in the Lake Park area, definitely stop by her place to get your hair done. What I really wanted to say about Miss Marvell is she makes an awesome peach cobbler. And now, Marvell, you have some competition on your hand for the peach cobbler, and that's Miss Stacy. So Miss Stacy is battling you, baby. Yes, ma'am, for the peach cobbler. Girl, I don't know, y'all are running neck and neck for that peach cobbler, girl. But nevertheless, let me read your comment, Marvell. Marvell says here for Sam, I totally agree with you, Tony. The past cannot be undone. Let now move forward and do better. We are older, more mature, hopefully, and wiser. That's so true. Hi, Sophania. How you doing? So again, thank you guys for your comment, and I hope and pray that Sam is watching and hearing this advice. But like I said, life is definitely too short, and you never know. And one thing about Sam is first, let me add also that I didn't share with you guys earlier, is Sam is an only child. So sometimes when you're an only child, you have that selfish mentality, and it's not your intentions to have it. It just comes natural. That I've seen in my 51 years of living on Earth is that when an individual is the only child, it's all about them, and it has always been all about them because they have no other sibling in the home to share things with, or to compromise with, or you know what I'm saying. So they are the only individual. Hey, Lavinia, I'm Harris. Thank you for watching. Marvell also adds much love to my sister. No battles, baby. Very true. The battle's not yours; it's the Lord's. But again, if you're just joining my channel, over here on the YouTube channel is the Anthony Brown Show, and over here on the Facebook channel, my topic of discussion is as follows. For those of you who's new to the channel or just signing in, don't know exactly what we're talking about, I'll reiterate. I have a friend, and I'm using the name Sam because to protect his identity, and just for the sake of keeping everything on the wraps or whatever to protect the individual and his privacy. But oh, no battles about the peach cobbler. It's no battle of baby Marvell. Marvell made me a huge peach cobbler. I believe it was February for my birthday. And like I said, Marvell is my niece, and I love her dearly. And I tell you, she must have put her foot into that peach cobbler, because that peach cobbler, oh, it was so good. But I don't know if Marvell makes them to sell them, but if she don't, she could. That might be your side hustle. That may be your calling that you don't know about, in addition to doing hair. But anyway, my topic of discussion today again is pertaining to my homeboy, my friend, my dear friend Sam. Sam is 31 now. I met Sam when Sam was 18. So that's how long I've been knowing Sam. But here's the situation with Sam. And Sam is not the real name. I'm just using the name Sam to protect his privacy and his, whatever, his family name. But Sam is the only child between his mother and father. The father has outside children, which are his siblings as well. But Sam has a sister that he knows of, but has never established a relationship with, and has never met, and has never created a bond. Because of the fact that she is his sister, Sam, at a very young age, at 15 or 16, reached out to establish a relationship with his sister, his sibling. For whatever reason, she wasn't as welcoming as Sam wanted it to be, to establish what he called a family relationship, a family bond. So as a result of that, he became angry and bitter towards this sister that, again, he doesn't know. Now, 15 or 16 years later, fast forward to present day, the sister is now reaching out to Sam to try to establish a family bond, a relationship, and to move forward in their lives as one, as brother and sister. Sam is so angry and so bitter over the situation from 15, 16 years prior to, that he's not willing to open his arms, open his heart, and be welcoming to allow her in. Yet Sam claims Christian. So with that being said, he has closed down, and like I said, he's very bitter towards the sister, and his mentality and his speech is saying, "Hi Anthony, how you doing? Welcome to the channel." But Sam is saying, "Well, what's the purpose of establishing a relationship now when she wasn't willing to establish a relationship 15, 16 years ago?" And my advice to Sam was that, well, first of all, you and your sister were minors. 2, you're in a different mindset. 3, you don't know what her mentality or mental capacity was at the time, or what she was going through. Excuse me. The excuse that she used to Sam was that, well, the reason why I didn't welcome you in before is because I was dating a white boy. I was in an interracial relationship, and he did not allow me to connect with my family, close family and extended family. Sam felt that her excuse was a lie and was BS. Now, although that may be true, she could have lied. She could have told a total 100% lie in her excuse. That's irrelevant, and that's not important, is what I told him. She may have another total different reason as to why she chose not to. Thank you, Lavinia. She says, let go of the past, Sam. Because the past is the past. You don't live there no more. But so he has chosen now to be closed-minded, to be bitter, to be angry at his sister, who, again, he don't even know, because of the fact that she closed down and was reluctant to establish a bond 15, 16 years ago. And like I told him, no. Again, you don't know what her mental capacity is. You don't know what she was going through. Um, you don't know what was going on in her head. You don't if what she was telling you is the truth. You don't know what is her reasoning for trying to reestablish. Who's to say if she's on her deathbed? Who's to say if she has cancer and she wants to now establish a relationship prior to dying? Who's to say that she hasn't come into millions and she wants to leave a fortune with you? Who's to say that her kids have asked, "Hey, I want to meet my cousins," and now this is one way is because you two will have to become. Now, one thing he did say that was very positive is that he wants to be able to meet his niece and nephews or whatever, which is her children, and that's great. And as I told him, in order to establish you to have a relationship with her children, it first starts with the parents having a relationship, not just I'm talking to her so I can meet the kids. No, because the kids can't drive. Sam has a child that's 2. So 2-year-olds can't drive. I don't remember in the state of Florida giving out driver license to minors, to 2-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? To toddlers. So that's a lie. So Veronica says, lame excuse. Why? Because he didn't connect with him. So she's saying that there needs to be a connection. Sandra, hey sis, what's going on? How you doing? So definitely. So again, please share this video. Share, please, because Sam needs encouragement. Sam needs people to understand him, but yet be encouraging to him because, like I said, he has closed down. He has shunned the sister, and he, like I said, he's definitely not willing to open up and give her an opportunity to establish. And the problem with that, like I said, is not about you. It's not about you, Sam. It's definitely about your children. You now have children that don't know their cousin, which is her children. So it is all about family, and that's what it's about. The bottom line. And 9 times out of 10, most people don't know family until you're at a funeral. And by then it's too late. Then you're looking back with all the regrets of the shoulda, couldas, and wouldas. Lavinia Harris says, it's not good to hold grudges. Pray and ask God to forgive when God is in your life. That's good. I hope Sam is watching and Sam hears this. That's definitely true. But excuse me. But Veronica says, Sam, please forgive and start a relationship. I agree, Veronica. And Veronica's over here on my YouTube channel. You guys definitely join my YouTube channel in case you haven't already. My YouTube channel over here, I'm live on YouTube as well. At the same time, I'm live here on Facebook. But my YouTube channel is the Anthony Brown Show. So make sure you join me on YouTube where I post videos periodically, 2 to 3 times a week. And I usually answer comments and do reviews, channel reviews, all that kind of stuff on my YouTube channel. But periodically, every now and then, I go live on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook Live and I'm also on YouTube Live, both at the same time. So, but again, I need you guys to comment below and let me know, what advice do you have for Sam, my fictitious friend? Hey, Tyrone, how you doing today? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate it. But guys, please reach out, make your comments below, and let me know about the Sam situation. And Sam, again, is a fictitious and created name that I created for this individual, this friend of mine, to protect his name and his privacy. Veronica says, cool, Facebook and YouTube. Okay, yeah. Guys, just my friend Veronica here is watching live over here on YouTube. Just to let you know, on November 9th, starting, I believe, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're having Goombay Splash. This is the 2nd annual Goombay Splash It's a big, huge Bahamian cultural festival they're having in the Riviera Beach area. It's called Goombay Splash, and it's hosted in this beautiful city of Riviera Beach. Hey, Jabari, thank you for joining the live. And the owner of the Goombay Splash event is Veronica Bain. She also has a YouTube channel called Veronica Bain Show. But you can follow Goombay Splash on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Veronica's over that show. But again, the topic of my subject today is I have a friend. Let's call him Sam. So for those of you who's new, I'm gonna go over this once again. Hey, Sherelle Hudson, thank you for joining the live. What the topic today is, like I said, I titled the topic. It's not about you. You have to meet a person where they are, and what I meant by that was I have a friend, Sam, who has a sister from an outside relationship, an outside marriage through his father. Sam was the only child between his father and his mother in his household. But the father had outside children, outside siblings. Y'all know that old saying, the old song that says, Papa was a rolling stone, and wherever he laid his hat was his home. Well, when he laid his hat, he made babies elsewhere. And so, oh, you're welcome, Veronica. So anyway, Sam's father had outside children. So Sam, at age 15 or 16, reached out to his sister on the father's side to establish a bond or a relationship because he knew he had an outside sister. And one thing about Sam is he believes in the family and the bond, the relationship between brothers, sisters, between family. The sister, I keep saying the sister, let's just give her a name. Let's just call her Carol. Again, I don't know the sister's name. He never told me her name. So I'm going to say Sam and Carol were brothers and sisters through the father. So Carol was reluctant and did not want to establish a bond with Sam back when they were 15 or 16 years old. So as a result of that, Sam became angry and bitter and decided to shut down and be closed-minded and not want to be bothered with Carol at all. So now 15, 16 years later, they're both grown. Carol has children. Sam now has children. And now Carol is reaching out wants to establish a relationship with Sam. But now Sam is still as bitter and holding on to such anger and animosity because he's angry at the fact that you shut me down 15, 16 years ago. So why should I let you in now 15 and 16 years later? And he doesn't want or choose to establish a relationship with her. So the question is today, before I present the question, so what I told Sam was, it's not about you. It's about the situation. And because one, you don't know what she was going through in her life 15, 16 years ago. So I think it's the best that you allow her in because, again, it's not about you or her. Actually, at this point, you both have children that are cousins that have never met. So that's 6, 7 kids right there that needs to become one, needs to know who their sibling, their relatives are. And because you're so bitter and so angry at your sister Carol, you're choosing to shut down and just F the situation. And that's not right. He says he wants to meet his nieces and nephews from his sister Carol. But in order to do so, I keep telling him, you have to establish a relationship with your sister. He doesn't think that he has to. He thinks he can go just call her and say, I want to meet your kids, and that's good enough. But that's not true. It's going to take more than that. So what I was telling him is you need to let the bygones be bygones, forgive and forget, move forward, and establish a relationship with your sister. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Diamond. Thank you guys for joining the live. He's so bitter and caught up on the situation that she wasn't there for him 15, 16 years ago. Now, 16 years later, he wants to shut down and not allow her in and says, well, she wasn't there for me, so why should I? So my advice to him was let it go, let the past be the past, establish a relationship because it's all about family. You never know what the reason is that she shut down. He says, well, she gave a reason, and the reason was that because of the fact that, okay, Jabari, because of the fact that she said that she was involved in a relationship, interracial relationship with a white male, and he did not allow her to establish a bond or a friendship with her family. He feels that the reason that she gave was a total lie and a total excuse. Although it may have been a lie and could have been an excuse, I still told him, because of the fact that there's still breath in your body, there's still an opportunity to make the situation right. He doesn't feel so. Um, Diamond gives a clap. Lavinia says, Harris says, let go and let God. In this time in life, we need to unite ourselves as family. We need each other. If we build a bond, we will be able to have a closer relationship. If she's afraid of someone, hold on, you have a long message here. Let me see what it says here. Okay. If she's afraid of someone in the future, she was feel closer to him to open up and tell you everything as a brother. Living in the past, you can't move forward for a better life. Amen. You are preaching, sister. You better say that. So I agree with you there. So that's the situation there. Rhonda adds, life is too short. Amen, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. How you doing? Are you in Florida or are you in Bahamas? Rhonda is a young lady I just met maybe a month ago. I did an interview with her on my YouTube channel pertaining to the Goombay Splash and to her father, who just recently passed away. On John Chippy Chipman, he was one of the originators in the Bahamian whole movement with the Junkanoo and the I want to say carnival, but it's different from carnival. As she explained to me. Oh, you're in Georgia. Hey, Diamond made a comment. Hold on, I'm going to read Diamond's reply also. But you guys may want to check out my interview with Rhonda and Goombay Splash on my YouTube channel. Awesome interview, and she's so funny. Kind of nasty though, but I like her. She's real funny and real friendly. Let's see what Diamond had to say for my friend Sam. Diamond says, it's easier said than done. Once you make up in your mind about something, it's hard to undo. Speaking from experience. Okay, Diamond. Well, I'm gonna have to interview you, Diamond, on a situation and see what's going on with you. Maybe you have to be a guest on my Anthony Brown show on YouTube. Rhonda says, I'll be there next weekend. Okay, for Goombay Splash. Guess what, Rhonda and Veronica. I got Veronica on YouTube and Rhonda on Facebook. You guys are gonna be so pissed with me. I'm double booked. I have 2 bookings for next Saturday. I have a booking with, I promise you guys I'll be at Goombay Splash, which is from 3 o'clock to 10 p.m. at the Dan Calloway Tate's Gym Recreation Facility for Goombay Splash on the 9th. Starts at 3 p.m. Tickets are also sold in advance as well as at the door. But I'm also booked for Patio Talk, which is a monthly event that they have. Robin, I can't think of Robin's last name right now off the top of my head. Robin, she has an event called Patio Talk every month. So I'm double booked for both events. So I'm some kind of way I'm going to have to split my time between the 2 of you guys to be at both events. So yeah, I have Patio Talk and I have Goombay Splash. So I may go to Patio Talk for like 3 hours and then go to Goombay Splash for the end part. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm going to try to make both events. Thank you, Oscar, for joining the live. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see what's here. Rhonda said, what time? Well, Goombay Splash is from 3 to 10, and my event at the other event is from 3 to 7. So I may go to the other event from 3 to 6, and then from 6 to 10 at Goombay Splash. So again, I'm going to end this live shortly, but if anybody else has any more comments they want to leave for my friend pertaining to the situation, Mr. Sam, I think that's the name I gave him, because again, it was a created name. It's not his real name. That's why I probably can't remember, but Bill Glade is in the house. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna end shortly, but before I do, I just want to definitely explain the story just once and for the final time. Tell Sam to call me. All right, Rhonda. I still have your number. I'll fix him. Okay. All right. Well, I'll definitely give Sam your number, Rhonda, to give you a call. I do have your number still programmed in my phone. And I'm sure Sam is watching on one of the platforms, either on my YouTube channel, The Anthony Brown Show, or on my Facebook. Okay. Well, I'm going to go over the whole situation once on the final time. The situation, because I'm going too long, I'm in like minute 43 on my YouTube. And I didn't plan to be on that long. I wanted to be like maybe 25, 30 minutes. And then I'm going to personally call Sam back. You better split your time, Veronica. I'm definitely gonna. I'm wearing myself thin. I'm gonna try and be at both places. But anyway, like I said, once again, just for the final reiterate on the situation. My friend Sam, and again, that's not his real name. I'm just using that name to protect his privacy. Sam has a sister who I've never met, don't know, and he's never mentioned her name. But let's just use the name. I think I said Carol. So Sam and Carol are sisters from outside families. Sam's household, he's the only child. He has, Sam, his mother, and father. The father had an outside child from someone else, his daughter, Carol. Sam later finds out at age 15 or 16 that he has an outside sister, so he reaches out to the sister to try to establish a bond relationship because Sam lives Christian, and Sam wanted to become one to establish a family bond with his outside sister, Carol. For whatever reason, Carol decides to shun him and not be welcoming and not allow him to establish a relationship with her. So, of course, he got pissed, bitter, angry over the whole situation. So, as a result, he shut down. So now 15, 16 years later, he's now an adult. His sister's an adult. And from my understanding, they're the same age or maybe a year apart. He's 31, so she's 30 or 31. She has children. He has children. Carol, the sister, has now reached out to him to try to establish a relationship with him to move forward. Hi, Catalea. How you doing? Thank you for joining the live. So the sister has reached out to him to try to establish a relationship to create a family bond because, like I said, they are brothers and sisters through outside relationships or outside families. And because he's so angry and so bitter with his sister, he has closed down and he doesn't want to establish a relationship with his sister. So now he's saying, well, why would I want to establish a relationship with her at age 31 or 30 when she didn't want to establish a relationship with me at 15 or 16, 15 years prior to today. So, and as I was explaining to him, I said, well, first of all, you don't know what was going on in her mind, what was going on in her life, what was going to her mental capacity. That's why my title says you have to meet a person where they currently are, not where they were, but where they are. You know what I'm saying? He didn't understand that. So as a result of all of that, he has shut down. He doesn't want to be involved. He doesn't want to establish a relationship with his sister. And I kept saying to him, as long as there's still breath in your body, there's an opportunity to make the situation right. He totally disagrees and doesn't want to be bothered. So that's why I said I need you guys to comment below and let me know what is your advice for Sam as far as establishing some type of rapport or relationship with his sister. I need to hear from you guys because he's not taking my advice. And thus far, you guys have given excellent advice. You know what I'm saying? So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I'm live here on YouTube. So I'm looking at my YouTube followers. And I'm live here also on Facebook. Hi, Miss Pink. Thank you for joining the live. So let me know what you think below. What advice would you have for my friend Sam as to what you should do? And if you've missed this video, once I cut it off, you can watch the replay because I'm going to leave the replay up so that you can watch it as well. But you guys have been very helpful with your comments, especially here on the Facebook side. Oscar says, life is too short. We can't hold stuff like that in our hearts. If we can't forgive, God won't forgive us. Everyone makes mistakes. I agree. I totally 100% agree, Oscar. And like I was trying to explain to him, maybe it wasn't necessarily a mistake because first of all, when you reached out to your sister 16 years ago, you two were minors. She was a child. So the Bible even says when I was a child, I did things as a child, but when I became an adult, I turned away from those childish things and started doing things as an adult. And I'm misquoting the Bible. Please forgive me. I'm not a Bible scholar, but you know what I'm saying. You know that scripture somewhere in there. So, and what I was trying to tell him is her mental capacity as a child probably definitely wasn't even there as far as, hey, bro, let's be bro and sister now. No, she wasn't there. Now that she's older and more mature mentally, now she's ready. And that's what he's trying to shun away from her and cut her off. But you as an adult, you're trying to blame a child for adult actions when she didn't have adult actions. She was acting in the capacity of a child. Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate that. That's that 51 years of life lessons and life experience. Let's see here. Rhonda says, tell Sam that sometimes people are in a position at a point in their life where they cannot get you involved because of the situation. And I told him that something similar to that too, as they are going through bad timing, and she could not let anybody in at that point. Let's see here. What else you said here? You said something else. Can I get the rest? Okay, let's see what you said here. I've been there, so I understand what Carol was probably going through. That's true. That's true, Rhonda. That's true. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end my live. I have a live here on Facebook and I have a live here on YouTube. So for you guys on Facebook, if you haven't already, on my YouTube channel, please join my YouTube channel and definitely hit the subscribe button, the like, the share, and on this one, share it as well because this might help someone else. And but on my YouTube channel is The Anthony Brown Show. Make sure you put the on there. It's The Anthony Brown Show. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. But definitely join me on my YouTube channel, The Anthony Brown Show on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, and once you hit the subscribe button, and the red button is going to turn, and then the bell pops up. Click the bell. That's called the notifications. And what happens then is that once you click the bell, every time I post new content, you'll automatically be notified, and you will receive a notification that I'm posting something, whether it be live or whether it be a pre-recorded video. You'll get the notification. So join me on YouTube. Click The Anthony Brown Show. It's a cartoon image of me, and you'll see it on YouTube. click subscribe, click the bell for the notifications, and when you see videos that you like and you enjoy, you see some type of value, click the thumbs up. Of that, I would greatly appreciate it so much, and I appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Let me end the YouTube first because it's the longest.